Okay, this is for user throwaway iguana. I like that. I, 23 female, am starting to worry about my boyfriend's 28 male little eyes. Um, so if you want the full context of the post and you're not the person who posted it, just click the link in the description. This is for the OP. Okay, so essentially your boyfriend's lying to you about little things. And sort of like, one thing I like about what you've written is that you recognize that there are lies of commission and lies of omission. Okay, so a lie of commission is when you ask me something and I lie to you. A lie of commission is when you don't ask me something and I don't lie to you, but I don't tell you the truth. Okay, so one of the things, so I'm 32 male, and I've dated a lot of women, and I've had a lot of deep conversations with a lot of people. I was also a social worker as well in my 20s. And so I've seen a lot that one of the reasons that women in relationships get betrayed and fucked is because they don't ask the right questions. Because the right questions are intrinsically divisive. They are accusatory. And you've already pointed that out in your post where you say that he gets his back up when you ask him a direct question. I'm proud of you that you ask direct questions about what you want to know. It's not as common as you think. And so what happens is a girl thinks that he might be cheating, goes through the denial stage in her own heart, doesn't address it, but then she finds direct evidence and then asks him where he was last night. Well, that's the wrong question, because I can tell you I was at my mate's place last night, and I was. What I didn't tell you, and this is the lie of omission, was that I was around that girl's house last night, right? So the question that you need to ask is, hey, are you seeing anyone else? Or are you cheating on me? Or I found this, explain this. Explain it, right? So it seems to, now, this is not about infidelity. This is about, he's just telling you little lies. I don't know why he's doing it, but I do know there's a reason. It's probably, so here's what happens sometimes. People get defensive when they can't explain their behavior. The problem is that most people don't understand their behavior because they haven't spent enough time thinking about why they do what they do. I've spent a lot of time, because I've been single for most of my life, thinking about why I do what I do, right? Now, if he has taken the photos down, there's probably a reason. I don't know what that reason is. And then you've addressed it, and then he comes up with an excuse. An excuse is defined, suppose in our parlance, as a reason that is not justifiable or correct. If you accuse me of something and I come up with a reason, why were you there? X. Okay, that's a reason. But if I come up with an excuse, well, you're like, no, motherfucker, that's not a real reason. That's an excuse. He's coming up with excuses, and he's lying to you about, you've called him out on a lie about the photos being there. It seems that he was trying to make you happy through a fucked up way. He wanted the issue to drop and go away, so he fixed the issue, but that doesn't address the underlying cause of the issue in the first place, okay? So if you catch me talking to another girl and then I stop talking to another girl, does that make you happy? No, because you want to know why I started talking to another girl, right? And so I think he's also got a kid. Now, I would ask myself, you are 23. If you don't love this guy like you should love him to get in a relationship with him, if you don't love him that much, or if you're having doubts about him, you got to keep in mind that him having a son already is going to complicate things. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but there's always going to be another woman in your life. Okay. Now, if it's worth it, then it's worth it. Right? Like one of my best mates he's done that. Like he got married to a girl with children, and it was worth it for him. There's another man in his life. He doesn't care, right? But the question is, if he's not being consistent now, and if you are doubting him now and he's telling little lies, people, especially men over the age of about 27, especially into their 30s, men tend to already have their habits formed. right? Which means that he's probably, like, if you don't know what obfuscating is, you should look it up on Google, obfuscating. It's like trying to shift the truth, right? And so it looks like he's obfuscating here. And if he's going to do that on small things, he will do it on big things, okay? He will try to make you happy, and he will try to come to a conclusion that suits him, but that doesn't mean that you get to see inside his heart. And the question is, do you want someone with whom you can see inside their heart? That's what I want, and that's what I have. I have a girlfriend that we can see inside each other's hearts. It's a very rare thing, and I'm very, very, very lucky. But the question is this man going to allow you to see inside his heart? And one of the reasons he might not is because he feels vulnerable, and that's fair. A lot of men feel that way because they don't know how to express emotions. But that's not your problem. The fact that he obfuscates the truth is not your problem. The fact that, you know, he wants reality to be his way is not your problem. The question you have to decide is it worth the work it will take to get to a stage where you can both be 100% honest with each other? Is it worth the work that it will take? Because it will take work, and he needs to be willing. You and him need to have a team effort together where... And look, you have issues too. No one's perfect. So you two are going to have to tackle your issues. You two are going to have to tackle his issues. And you have to remember this. Relationships at some stage turn into legal contracts, okay? And it means that you're going to have to trust him not with the photos, but with the finances, and with the car keys, and with the bank PIN number, maybe, and with the house payments, and with, if you get pregnant, you have to trust him because you will be under his power financially for the time being if you can't get financial assistance from anywhere else. You just will be. And so you need to be able to trust him, really trust him, really trust him. And that's the way my girl feels about me, and that's the way I feel about my girl, you know. And I hope that you can have that either with him or with someone else. I really hope that you can have that, because that is the freest feeling in the world. I hope this video has helped. Good luck.